All right, so I'm starting off where I left off, right? And I'm gonna just make this clear. If this fight happens in November, now I'm here in November 26th, right? It's all good. I could keep playing these games, man. I don't, it's irritating the shit out of me. But if this fight happens in November and it gets announced in September, hey, we good money, man. We good money. And if the fight costs $100, nigga, I'm paying for it, man. 120, nigga, I'm paying for it, man. That's how much I want this fight, man. I got a hard on for this fight, my dude. Pause, but I'm just saying, I just dying to see this fight, man. And I want this shit to happen this year. And I would pay $120 for this shit, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, man. But there's some details in this. Because if you announce this fight in October for November, I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it, man. I am not buying it. You better off having it in next year. And if you do have it next year, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You aging Crawford out. Even though you know what, I might have an exception if it happens next year. I gotta watch Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said in one of my last videos, from Kell Brook to Sean Porter, there was a year lapse. He did the do. He knocked out both of them, whatever. And from Sean Porter to November, they're saying it's the 26th, Mike. That's cool. I still got no problem with it. Listen, this is my motherfucking money that's coming out of my pocket. Matter of fact, these corporations telling us our fault and we don't buy shit and we always privacy. So listen, if you ain't got nothing for me and you blame the fans, well, guess what? I could be stush with my money, nigga. I could be stush with my money. Since you don't get two shits with the fans. You don't get two shits from the fans. So yeah, I won't buy it. If October is announced for November, that's a no-no. If it's next year, I know right now I say I won't buy it, but we'll see. I might, the benefit of a doubt, right? Because I still, no matter what, I got Crawford beating Spence. But like I said, we all gonna make excuses for Crawford if it didn't happen. And the excuse is this. Hey, look how long we from May, April, all the way to, come on, man. So the PBC is pulling this jive shit, and I don't like it, and I don't like to contribute to jive shit and these games and shit they're playing. So yeah, my pocket's right here. My money is in my bank. My money, I'm ready to order this shit. If once I hear that announcement this month for November, oh man, I got my money ready, yo. My money ready. It's been ready, yo. Make it 100. Make it 120, nigga. Shit, make it 150, nigga. Yo, I ain't playing. I want to see this fight. This fight needs to happen. But like I said, 1 month, you ask me why? Listen, I said why is a letter with a long tail, and I explained that there's issues with me with 1 month announcements. Okay? That concerns PEDs and stuff like that. All right, I'm not gonna get into it, but if you got a 12-week training camp or an 8-week training camp, 2 months announcement, fine, that's cool with me. It's all good. And like I said, there's a lot of trickery going on with these companies and organizations, and the fix is in. If this happens next year, I feel the fix is in. If this shit gets announced October for September, the fix is in. I don't like that, man. I mean, October for November. If I say so, October for November, the fix is in. I need announcements sometime. Well, this is the first week of September. Yeah. Nah, nigga. I need an announcement by next week. This month. Not even the last week of September. Nah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But don't make this shit no 1 month announcement. I ain't playing that shit. So let's recap some shit, right? Let Caps and Full start capping on some shit right here. Let's recap. So at one time, right? Because there's narratives with the PBC and how, coincidences happen and shit, right? So let's debate it. All right, so like Ugas, right? Ugas' opponent. Let's just recap. Ugas' opponent that he was supposed to fight had an eye issue. So that fight didn't go through. Then Errol Spence was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. But then Errol had an eye issue, right? So then, you know, me and Blue at one time, we was going back and forth with it. Now, you know, a lot of people like myself, I ain't gonna lie, when I heard Errol had an eye issue, I was like, oh, this nigga ducking, man. This nigga, all of a sudden, he got an eye issue. And I think this nigga's ducking, man. He ducking Manny Pacquiao, right? So I said, all right, let me fall back and let me just go along with the narrative. Now, if you're gonna do a narrative, right, make sure if you're covering the narrative, Errol Spence channels, such as my man Blue Blood, if you covering it, make sure you give me the facts. And don't get mad when I question your facts. See, Blue, you ain't going nowhere. Blue Blood, you ain't going nowhere. And I know you think somebody got a hard on make you look wrong. But like you, I have a channel too. So when you say, you know what? Let's go. Let's go.
Captain Fuji, where you been at? Captain Fuji said no space. You missed Spence. No, Spence said it happened this morning. Went to Dallas doctor, then Nevada doctor. No. Incorrect. Incorrect, brother. So, again, y'all be trying to put words in people's mouth. He went to the pre-fight checkup. They in the pre-fight checkup, obviously, the pre-fight checkup is in his, is where it's in your town, right? Why would he fly to anywhere else when it's in his town, right? It wasn't time for him. So he went to the pre-fight checkup, the routine pre-fight checkup, and they found the injury, okay? Then he went to and got multiple different opinions, and then they all told him the same thing, that he has to get immediate surgery. And so when asked about it, right, he didn't say anything. That was people speculating and other people saying, when do you think it happened? And he said, and they saying that he said it might have happened this morning. It might have happened because of a headbutt. It might have happened this, so on and so forth. That's all speculation. He never said it happened. Once again, there's people trying to figure out when and where it happened. Kevin Alcine, what's going on, great brother? How you feeling?
All right, I'll put the link in the description below. But this is it right here. Errol Spence Jr. The keyword is says he is grateful. See, Errol Spence says he's grateful he caught the eye injury in time before it threatened his career. So let's go down. I'll leave the link in the description below just in case you think I'm nitpicking and taking things out, right? So here we go. Let me go down here. During the session at the world-class boxing gym in downtown Dallas, Spence said he felt something amiss. Stopped the session. What session did he stop? And said, my eye. Okay? So, in other words, whatever session he was doing was sparring, and he said, wait, my eye. Despite his left eye not being right, Spence told the ESPN that he sparred again 2 days later. And then doing a pre-scheduled medical checkup in where? Dallas. The following day, his fears were confirmed, and the doctor said Spence's eye looked like dark clouds. So let me scroll down some more. So Spence, 27-0, 21 knockouts, was told not to spar until he was examined by an eye specialist. You don't want to lose your eye, son, the doctor warned him. So the first one was in Dallas. And he said my eye when he was sparring, right? Okay, so after consulting with PBC founder Al Heyman, Spence immediately traveled to Las Vegas on August 8th of the comprehensive pre-fight medical testing. Yes, I'm screaming. The eye exam was conducted on August 9th, yes, because in August 10th, that's when he announced what happened by the ophthalmologist, Dr. Thomas F. Kelly, who told him he couldn't fight and okay, you gotta get this eye fixed ASAP. Okay? So with the diagnosis of the retinal detachment break, Spence, ESPN, now pound for pound boxer was deemed into the fight. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But let's go down to what he said, because this is what he said. This is not what ESPN said. This is what he said to ESPN. I'm grateful that I caught it. It's a career-ending injury for a lot of our boxers. Let me say that again. I'm grateful that I caught a detach. It's a career-ending injury for a lot of other boxers. Spence told ESPN in his first public comment since the surgery. So this is his first public. Oh my God! This is the first public that he had, and it was with ESPN.
Look at this shit. I had to shave my mustache off. I tried to line this shit up and I fucking zig it. Look like a fucking pussy face. Fuck. But the show must go on. Chipped tooth, fucked up mustache, whatever it is. Listen. So people are like, what's the big deal when it happened? Because Blue tells me that I'm wrong. And then I'm showing him that, I'm not wrong. So people are like, why are you making a big deal where this eye injury happened? Listen, the same way y'all make a big deal that he's been in a car accident and flipped that shit, and if he ain't good in boxing, we could blame that, all right? That was life. We all do fucked up things in life, but it contributes to him in the ring. And if he did not do as well he did with Danny Garcia, y'all would have been saying, well, it's what happened outside the ring, and it's an accident. He didn't really recover. In boxing, there's excuses. Weight bully, catch weight. That opponent got knocked out before he fought him, so he's not this. It's just so many detailed shit. But then you fucking Spence fans ask me, what's the big deal that it happened, when it happened, and where it happened? Well, it does make a big fucking deal. You know why it makes a big fucking deal? Because if it happened in sparring, it happened on work time. It happened in work time. And that's why I'm trying to make it a big deal. Because just like y'all want to make excuses, this guy plead guilty to a DUI, flipping his car. God forbid if somebody was in the way, shit would be worse than what it was, right? So yeah, y'all can use this excuse if he wasn't, because even Danny Garcia had that fight. Y'all still coming up with that shit, right? August coming up with that shit. I'm guarantee you they probably coming up again with the fucking flipping the car. Like, how long y'all gonna keep using this to say, well, it might, because y'all want an excuse. So I'm trying to stop this fucking excuse when it comes to the eye injury. The man said in an ESPN, fuck ESPN, fuck Mike Carpenter, fuck all those people. I'm just looking at the quote that Errol Spence said to ESPN. If he lied and wasn't his quote, he could sue ESPN. So stop it. Stop it, nigga, looking for every little fucking bit to get out this fucking situation. All right? So, yeah, he said, my eye. And he stopped the session, and then he went to Dallas. Then he went to the pre-examining in Vegas, and they said they got to get that eye. You got to do something about that eye, or you could lose your eye, right? So he did knew it happened in sparring. He did knew, right? And it's very important that we know it happened in sparring, because that's what happened at work time. Because guess what? If he had fought and he had lost, they would have said it was his eye, because the narrative was like, he didn't know. This is what Blue said. He didn't know it happened in sparring. So yes, I'm very detailed with the fuckery when it comes to that. And Blue's like, no, man, you just want to point your finger, nigga. Before I came in the picture and after I'm going in the picture, you're gonna still be there, nigga. You do interviews with boxers. You go to fights. I ain't getting all into that shit, man. But I got a channel, and you gonna tell me wrong, incorrect, brother. It's like you was pointing the finger at me, and you felt some kind of way that I was trying to make you look bad. Now I go back to him and I ask. Now check this out. I go back to him and I ask him, okay, yeah, all right, listen. Fucking come on.
Captain Full G brother super chat, so we can agree now that the eye injury happened in sparring, right, Blue? I I guess that's what he said. Taquan Wack, what's going on? Yeah, it's all good, Taquan. I guess. He said he think it happened in sparring. Like, I don't know. Happened in sparring. That's normally an injury that don't happen in that manner, Captain Fuji. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's an injured eye. Who cares how it happened? I don't care how it happened. It's a broken, detached retina. Edwin Guzman, what's going on? I don't care if it happened in sparring, if it happened in car accident, if it happened walking down the street. The results are still the same.
Now it's a guess. I guess it happened. Then he said this. He said, that's a kind of injury, a torn retina, that does not happen in sparring, right? So he's now showing you that he assumed that it didn't happen in sparring, so that contributed to his false narrative. If you assume that, and you said you work in a hospital all your life and you never see no kind of injury like that, and you assume, and then he says, doesn't matter where it happened. It could happen when he was walking in the street. It could have happened anywhere. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter, man. Because work time, you on work, right? And you get popped in your eye, or a thumb braze your retina, or anything, or it could be a headbutt, it could be anything. And then the man said, my eye, and he said it happened in sparring. Now, like I said, if it happened in sparring, it happened in work time. There shouldn't be no excuse if you get your ass whipped from something that you was working on in sparring. There's no excuses. And that's why I'm trying to stop and cease the excuse shit when it comes to this eye. Basically. All right, so it'll be like 16, 17 minutes into this video. I'm going to chop it up. It's still going to be about the false narratives and the inconsistency with the Spence channels and the Spence fans and their arguments. So I did this. I did a recap with the eye narrative and trying to show and explain what Errol Spence said compared to what Blue Blood said. So now we're going to move on in the next video with the false narratives and the you know, the shenanigans, and I'm going to move on with the WBA and PBC and ESPN. You're going to get some of that smoke too. And to the next video. Let's move on.